My name is Paula Dalton, and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist. Thank you for listening to my hypnotic CD. And as you prepare to relax, please make sure not to listen to this if you are driving or operating machinery. All you have to do is just relax. And if you need to wake at any time, you will open your eyes and feel refreshed and alert, fully prepared to deal with any task that you feel is right for you. During this powerful relaxing experience, you will feel relaxed and calm and ready to allow all these positive suggestions to gently wash over you. You are in control at all times. You may even notice your mind beginning to wander, and that's okay. That just means you are ready for your life to take on the changes you know are right for you. I'd like you to begin by gently closing your eyes. Notice what is happening for you behind those closed eyelids. Maybe you see colours or shapes. Maybe colours are swirling, or maybe you just see a heavy, dark curtain. Listen carefully to any sounds you may be able to hear. Can you hear a clock ticking? Or a car passing by? Maybe you can hear your own heart beating gently in your chest. And you can hear the sound of my voice. Listen carefully to any words I may use that are particularly comforting to you. As you are relaxing there, in the comfort of your own company, I'm going to help you to relax even further. Imagine the tiny little muscles around your eyes. And as you think about those tiny little muscles, just let them relax. Take note of how your forehead is feeling and allow any tension to just melt away. Consider next the muscles in your lips and in your jaw, and just let them sink beautifully into this relaxing experience. Allowing all the muscles of your face to do what comes naturally to them and relax. Making sure your head and neck feel fully supported. Allow your head and neck to just let go. You've not a care in the world. Feel any tension in your shoulders now and release that tension. Relaxing more and more with each exhale. Enjoy that sensation as it travels down each arm, all the way to the ends of your fingertips. Maybe for you it feels heavy or light. Maybe you can be aware of a tingling sensation as your body gives in to this lovely relaxation. Feel the warmness moving across your chest, relaxing all your stomach muscles, relaxing each and every muscle along your spine. Enjoy that sinking feeling as you slowly drift to that lovely place of relaxation. Take these lovely sensations down into your legs, all the way to the tips of your toes. Enjoy this moment now, this wonderful relaxation. Have you noticed how your breathing has started to slow down? This is what happens when you are relaxed. Your breathing starts to slow down. And the more your breathing slows down, the more you are relaxed. This is your time, your special time. Nobody wants anything from you now. You've not a care in the world. Now just imagine counting backwards now, silently to yourself, backwards from 1000 in fours. And as you do, it's okay if you listen to me, and it's okay if you don't. If you happen to forget where you got to with counting, just begin again, right where you think you left off. It's okay if you count, and it's okay if you don't count. Feel yourself just letting go. Your subconscious mind is powerful and uses pictures to understand our lives. Your subconscious mind is always working. It is there to protect us, even when we sleep. And right now, your subconscious mind is really keen to understand this wonderful story I am beginning to tell you. So imagine yourself now as a very powerful bird, soaring high in the sky. Feel your inner strength as this bird. The sun is shining, and you can feel this warm sensation against your feathers. Enjoy the freedom you are feeling up here. Enjoy the view you have. Look down there. Maybe you can see a forest. Look at the patchwork of fields all knitted together by fences and hedges. Up ahead, maybe you can see a beautiful waterfall, naturally carved into the limestone rock. Maybe you can even see the sea from here, or a gentle stream or lake. As you are enjoying this beautiful experience, you begin to descend now as your powerful bird. As you begin to get lower and lower, feel yourself drifting into a deeper level of relaxation. With each number I count, allow yourself to drift deeper and deeper. 10. Listening slowly getting lower and lower as your very powerful bird. My voice is comforting to you and will keep you safe at all times. 9. Feel yourself letting go of all tension and stress. Imagine yourself drifting and floating and sinking deeper and deeper. Sinking deeper and deeper now. Allow yourself to just let go. You've not a care in the world. Nobody wants anything from you. Nobody wants anything from you now. This is your time. 6. This is your time. Your special time. Your special time. 5. Allow yourself the treat of just letting go and sinking into that very deep relaxation. And allowing yourself this wonderful powerful hypnotic experience. 4. Nearly there now. Nearly there to that lovely deep place of relaxation. Are gentle and happy and perfectly right for you. 3. Sinking my voice travels deeply with you into your subconscious mind. 2. Letting go. Any decision you make here is always the right decision. 1. Almost there now. Tranquility. Just a little further. Calm. And 0. 10 times deeper now. 10 times more relaxed. And 10 times more peaceful. You were born with a very powerful imagination. And right now, you can see yourself as a very pretty ladybird in a garden that feels familiar to you. Look at your pretty red shell and your beautiful black spots. Notice the garden around you. How green the grass looks today. Pay attention to your surroundings. I wonder, is there a gate to this garden? Are there fences or hedges? Maybe you can see leaves blowing in the wind. Feel the lovely warm sun as it warms up your shell, and you feel oh so comfortable. Notice the sky is a perfect shade of blue, and today is feeling like a very good day. You can hear the birds up ahead chatting and tweeting. Instinctively, as this ladybird, you know that you have work to do. To be part of the garden community, you know you must pull your weight. You see that a very big leaf is falling into your garden, and as you take hold of this leaf, you can carry it across the garden to make your home look a little more presentable. So take hold of this leaf now. It's very heavy for someone who is so little. And as you begin to move with the leaf, you see the grasshopper having a little snooze on a hammock nearby. Try to move this leaf without making a sound. You don't want to disturb the grasshopper. You know the grasshopper has been working very hard and needs his rest. So ever so quietly, you begin to move this leaf. Trying ever so hard to not breathe too loudly, and not to stamp too loudly, or to rustle the leaf too loudly. You are very good at thinking about what other people need, so you really are trying your best. Just then, the grasshopper stirs, and you wait patiently until the grasshopper is fully settled again before you begin moving with the leaf. This is taking longer than you had hoped, so you begin to rush a little bit. Only this means you can't be so quiet. And eventually the grasshopper awakes from his slumber. The grasshopper looks a little grumpy. He doesn't say anything, but you can tell from the scowl on his face he isn't happy. You try and make yourself smaller and work even harder to avoid the grasshopper shouting at you. Eventually you get the leaf to where it needs to be. You are exhausted. You think that you could do with a rest in the hammock, but you feel like you shouldn't be resting. There is still so much work to do. You notice the other animals in the garden all sitting around having a laugh and chit-chat, and you would love to join them. Your feet are really hurting as you have been working really hard, but you choose to ignore this and continue. You would feel selfish if you took some rest. Right now, you don't think your needs are important, so you continue with your toil until you are happy that you have worked hard enough to take a rest. Just notice how tired you are feeling. Your legs and arms ache. You long for a rest and a bit of socialising, but right now, you wouldn't dream of asking anyone for help. So you try to be very quiet and keep your thoughts and needs to yourself. As you approach the end of your day as the ladybird, you feel very weary. Your body is physically tired, and yet your mind is still thinking, did I do enough today? Did I please everyone in the garden? I do hope no one is mad at me. All this thinking keeps you awake, and you notice the dawn is breaking, and you don't feel fully rested, and you know you need to begin your hard work all over again. Today, you are not feeling as chirpy as you did yesterday. And you notice the other creatures in the garden resting and playing a bit too much today. You start to feel cross that they aren't working very hard. It makes you feel unimportant. Do they not care about the garden like you do? Can they not see that there is work to be done? As you are tidying and looking after your community, you notice you are getting more and more cross. This only adds to your exhaustion as you had very little sleep last night. You think your way is the best way in the garden. You begin to think if you didn't tidy these things away, then no one will. They will just be sat messing around and not thinking about others. How inconsiderate. You would never do something like that. Luckily for you, you have a great friend in the butterfly. Your best friend is a beautiful creature who floats around gracefully, pollinating plants, and just adds to the natural beauty of the garden. Your butterfly friend comes to have a chat to you, as she can see you look worn out. As you explain to your friend how you are feeling, the butterfly suggests you take a break. Not everything needs to be done right away. There are also other members of this garden too. Allow them to contribute. You are not responsible for everything that happens. The butterfly tells you to enjoy the garden. Take a walk and smell the flowers. The garden is there to be appreciated. With all your hard work, you hadn't even noticed the change in the season. How the flowers have begun to shoot leaves, and the trees are beginning to grow blossom. You ponder a little on what the butterfly has said, and you decide you'll take a break just as soon as you have finished what you are doing. distracted a little by what the butterfly has said. You only notice that little pebble right as you begin to fall over it. You land painfully on your ankle. Oh no, it feels like you have twisted it. Suddenly all the chit-chat in the garden stops as all the creatures of the garden come to your aid. The grasshopper, who you thought was grumpy, had woken up with a terrible headache. He apologises for scowling and very efficiently straps up your ankle, so you are at least able to walk on it a little. The wiggly worm comes along with some pain relief for you. He's been working really hard underground and is really happy to see you. He says he is sorry for being busy and he will come and visit you a little more. The bumblebees, who have been protecting their queen and making sure all the flowers in the garden are able to reproduce, come to see you with a gift of the most beautiful honey. You realise just how hard they have been working. As you are laid in your very comfortable bed, all the creatures of the garden pop in and see you from time to time. They make you drinks, make sure you have enough to eat, and help out with your twisted ankle. Gradually, you feel you are getting stronger and stronger. So you are able to walk across the room to sit at the window and look out at the beautiful garden. The words of the butterfly strike you at this very moment. Take the time to enjoy the garden. As you sit there, you notice how hard everyone worked. You notice that occasionally they do stand around and chat, but very quickly they get back to work. You notice that these occasional breaks lift their mood and re-energise them. You begin to think that if you had taken a break when the butterfly had said, you wouldn't have been feeling miserable or preoccupied, and you would have noticed that pebble, and maybe you wouldn't have taken that fall. All this time to rest and collect your thoughts has given you some inspiration. You decide that you don't need to work so hard. You are part of a community who helps each other. Maybe you were working so hard to please everyone, and as you look around, you see people genuinely like you. That doesn't change by how much or how little you help out in the garden. You realise that you were wearing yourself out to the point where the quality of your work wasn't at your best. Resting will make sure you can do your best over shorter periods of time. All this time while you have been resting, you notice that everyone has taken full responsibility for the garden. Nothing has been missed. Yes, it is great that you contribute, but when you need to rest and recharge, others will step up and help out. You don't have to do everything all by yourself. You make a pact to yourself, a leap of faith. From this day forward, you will make sure you take regular breaks. You take a step back once in a while to just appreciate everything everyone is doing, including how beautiful the garden looks. So imagine now that you are standing on a twig, and this twig has wonderful views across the garden. And as you stand on this twig, you have a sense that you can do anything. You know what you need to do to make the life you want, so you decide to take that leap. As you do, you realise you can fly. You soar above the garden, enjoying the lovely scenery. Something you were once so afraid of is now something you enjoy. What a wonderful experience. You accept now that you have needs. Those needs could be for company, friendship, rest or play. They are valid, and you will listen more to your instinct telling you what you need. You will make sure these needs are met, as they are very important to you. Each day as you have completed your work, you take the time to relax before you go to bed. This could be reading your favourite book, looking out of the window at the garden and feeling accomplished, or chatting to your friends. All these things will take away any stress or tension from the day to make sure you have a very good night's sleep. You realise you are important. You are loved and cared for. You notice how you are respected for your views on how best to manage the garden. All these things make you happier in your day-to-day, month-to-month life. All these suggestions are getting stronger and stronger day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. You are ready for these changes to take place just as soon as your subconscious mind allows. All decisions made here are always the right decisions. So in a moment, you're going to awake, feeling fully refreshed and alert, having enjoyed this wonderfully powerful hypnotic experience. Taking the time to accept and make changes in your life, just that are perfectly right for you. So here we go. 5, slowly waking. 4, waking a little bit more. 3, everything returning back to normal. 2 and 1, open your eyes.